What's going on, guys? This is Biosiclist here, and today I wanted to bring to you another video. And this one is actually about projects that I've already completed, projects that are already are published, and they've already been vetted and edited through a very meticulous process. And this is basically how you are going to start getting your feet wet to get inside the industry of publishing. And the first thing I want to show you guys is currently I have a notebook published along with my children's book, Frank the Work Mule, which is in the link description below if you want to check that out. Go ahead and get that for your nieces and nephews or even your children. But guys, before I continue, I need to ask you one question. Why aren't you subscribing? Go ahead and just subscribe for me, and go ahead and join this fun. I like to bring you guys information that involves publishing and starting and completing projects. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. All right. Without further ado, let's kick the intro. Back to what I was saying. So I have two journals, and basically the same. It's a notebook, but it's a journal. You can use it for writing and writing down these good ideas, or even just journaling. It's up to you. It's pretty much whatever you choose for. In my mind, when I created this notebook, I wanted to give authors and upcoming writers a way to start jotting down ideas and concepts to make it into stories later on, or poems, or whatever it is that you choose to do with it. I don't even care. You could even choose to doodle in it. It's for you. It's for you to make your ideas into reality. And also you are putting something down on paper, which makes it real. And that's the ultimate goal, guys, because you got to remember, when you put something on paper, it is now in reality. You have manifested it. So you can either continue and go into it, dive into this world of creating and start using your brain to come up with all sorts of fascinating ideas that you think would be interesting to the general population, which, believe it or not, a lot of people don't think their content is going to be good enough because they're looking at Hollywood or these other big studios and see what they're doing, and they're thinking like, wow, how could I ever compete? But you got to remember, guys, sometimes the biggest and baddest ideas are not always the ones on the big pictures. It's a lot of books. Millions of books are sold every year through Amazon and anywhere else, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, Target. Millions of books are being sold, and a lot of them aren't being live action. But I guarantee you, the ones that are being live action, there are stories out there that are not live action that will completely blow out anything that you see on a big screen. So this is why books will forever be one of the best, the most creative spots to find good originality, especially stories that are intriguing, because a lot of people have ideas in their heads, like you and myself, who are dying to get our stories out because we know what we have. We know we have some good stories. But back to what I was saying. So my notebooks, I also have notebooks, as you can see, and I actually started this as a concept back at the end of last year. I was kind of like on the borderline that I needed to get them sold or needed to get them published. But what I did was I just started the process. I actually started the process. I created some designs. I pulled up Photoshop, InDesign. Those are the two tools that I like to use because they are the most useful. And I would say they're pretty much they have it. I know a lot of people use Canva, but like I said, I think Photoshop tools, the Creative Cloud software, is going to be the best bet because it has everything you need. You can go from InDesign straight to Photoshop to creating and designing your book covers. You can also do the formatting in your books. So InDesign and Photoshop are pretty much going to be the two tools that I'm going to recommend you to use and try out for yourself, especially if you're going to be creating books. But these are things that I've already done, like I said. So these are things that I found in my process that I'm giving to you. So hopefully it'll help you in the long run. If you also want to do coloring books, crossword puzzles like I did a crossword puzzle as well. That is something that just takes time, and it is very time consuming, but you got to remember, these are smaller projects that you want to do to start getting used to publishing. And the same thing goes with the ISBNs. ISBNs are pretty expensive. I think it's like for 3 ISBNs, it's like 100, 200, 300 bucks for just 3. and 500 for like 10. They're expensive. Don't quote me on that, but you can type in Google search and type in ISBNs and it'll give you the prices, and they are pretty expensive. However, if you choose to publish through Amazon, Amazon will actually provide you a free ISBN, and most other platforms will provide you an ISBN, but you have to remember that they kind of restrict what you can do with those ISBNs just to their platform. So you can't publish an Amazon ISBN onto Barnes and Nobles or Target. Not necessarily Barnes and Nobles, but like some of the major publishers are they don't want you they don't want to publish a book with an ISBN that Amazon owns because they want sole rights to that book. So it's going to be a little harder when it comes to you have to do a lot of management ISBN tracking. Now you can also go back later on and purchase your own ISBNs and actually swap them out, because that'll allow you to publish that book across multiple platforms to actually get your book out there without having to use a ISBN, a free one at that either Amazon gave you, a Barnes and Nobles, or a GIMP software tools that will actually give you ISBN so you can publish your book. If you're out there and you're thinking about publishing something right now that you want to get your feet wet, and you want to just take a small break from writing, but you want to focus your thoughts and mental and cognitive energy into something else, go ahead and go for it, because I recommend that you go ahead and you get your feet wet as soon as possible. Get your feet into the industry and get grounded so you can understand the process of what it means to publish books or anything independently. And mostly everything I've done has been published so far independently under my own publishing company, New Light Dream World, which you can actually see that on through my Author Central page. I have an Author Central page for myself, Isaac Lewis, and as well as my New Light Dream World publishing company. And that's just one of the goals that I'm trying to work on, that I plan on scaling up in the future, because I would like to give you guys in the future a chance to be published under a nice publishing company with a well-known name. So that's one of the goals. That's my goal. I would like to own a publishing company one day. So it's just something, guys, to think about, because if you don't have any goals and you don't have anything to align with, you're going to just be out there fishing for anything, trying to reel in whatever bites. But you want to converge your thinking and start planning and strategizing so you can meet those goals and get those achievements like you are shooting for. Because ultimately that's the goal, that's the bottom line. And another thing that I would like to let you guys know is that when you are publishing independently, there's going to be some times where you're going to have to go back and format certain books, because I don't know what it is, but these AI systems that do publish and print your books, and they are delivered from Amazon to the consumer or from whoever it is, they sometimes don't print. So no matter what kind of guidelines you think you have, that you got it like correct, exactly straighten out and figure it out, it could always be that 1 millimeter that's off, which throws off the pages inside your book. Like you may have the left side of your book just formatted correctly, then the right side is just off a tad bit, and you have to go back into InDesign and just kind of like slightly move it over, maybe by a millimeter or so, just to make sure it lines up evenly with the book. So these are the little things like that, like little nuisances that you're gonna have to go back and correct and fix and continue to work on throughout your time as a publisher, as a publishing author or a creator. So if you're gonna be doing notebooks and journals, whatever it is that you want to do, coloring books, these are things that you have to look out for, and make sure you are doing things legally. Do not use icons or symbols or designs that are already owned and you need a license for without having to pay license for them. Because most of the time, if you publish through Amazon and you don't have a license for a design or cover that you used, Amazon will suspend your account permanently and remove all your items. And that has happened to one of the biggest, a big coloring book publishing company, or a publishing author who created these designs, and he was actually killing it for a while with the coloring books, and he was pretty much like a little niche. But come to find out that there is a lawsuit going on. A lawsuit was filed against that person, so Amazon had to suspend their account and ultimately take all this guy's products down. So now it's kind of hard for this person to bounce back all that creative material, and you have to start a new account. You have to re-upload books. with new covers, and people is going to, you got to rebrand yourself almost. So that's going to be the hard part. So you don't want to have to rebrand yourself. You want to get your brand, stick to it, make sure you're doing everything by the book, and you are not stepping on somebody's toes, and you're not borrowing ideas or design concepts from big known names, because that is simply a no-no. With that being said, when I say that I'm an author, a writer, and a creator, I mean just that. I'm authoring, I'm creating books, and I'm writing them. I write things, business proposals. I check out some of the videos where I show you how to write a business proposal. Resume writer, anything that you can think of, I can write. I practice so often, so much with this stuff that I've honed my skills. I'm not the best. I'm not the best writer, and that's something I don't strive to be. I just strive to be the best writer I can be. Don't get down on your art and your creativity. There are going to be down times. There's going to be up times. You're going to be feeling bad. Sometimes you're not going to be feeling so good. Sometimes you're going to be feeling good and you're going to be excited. You're going to be so productive that you're going to get so much done in a week. Then the next 2 weeks, you're going to just be dead because you're exhausted. That happens. But just rebound. Remember, don't give up. Don't quit, and just keep on creating. But thank you for watching, guys. It's Bicyclist here. Make sure you like and subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you can be alerted when I upload new videos. But thank you guys for watching the video, y'all. I'll see y'all later.